Welcome to Mind Edge, where we explore the hidden future of humanity and technology. Subscribe now and understand the future before it understands you. For the past decade, governments have pretended that everything is under control. Growth will return. Debt is manageable. Stability is guaranteed. But behind the public narrative, a different system is already taking shape. A system where the traditional nation-state loses its power, and where AI, finance, and private governance quietly take over the real levers of control. Most people won't notice the transition. They will simply wake up one day inside a new kind of political reality. A hybrid regime run partly by governments and partly by the corporations and AI infrastructure that now hold the world together. This is not theory, it's already happening. Across the West, national budgets have become mathematically impossible to balance. In the United States, interest payments on the national debt are about to surpass military spending. In Europe, the EU Commission just warned that 9 member states are now in high-risk fiscal instability, including France, Italy, and Belgium. Japan already spends more on servicing its debt than it collects in taxes. This is the basic equation. The modern state borrowed from the future, and the future has arrived. But here's the part no one explains to the public. Governments can no longer maintain their systems without automation, surveillance, and AI-driven management. When a state is broke, it doesn't collapse. It centralizes, it digitizes, it automates its control mechanisms. And that's exactly what we're seeing. Over the last 18 months, the US, the UK, the EU, Japan, and South Korea have all announced the same thing. AI is no longer technology. AI is infrastructure. Governments are integrating models into taxation, welfare distribution, border control, intelligence analysis, predictive policing, healthcare allocation, energy grid optimization, public sentiment monitoring, censorship and content filtering. Behind the scenes, the state is turning into a digital organism. Every citizen becomes a data node. Every action becomes a data point. And the political system becomes a feedback loop optimized by AI. The irony? The more the state depends on AI, the less power human politicians actually have. They become operators of systems they don't control. This is the real story of the 2020s. Governments are losing the ability to govern. So corporations are stepping in. Not officially, not publicly, but structurally. Think about it. Google controls global information indexing. OpenAI and Anthropic control AI linguistic infrastructure. Microsoft controls cloud access for the West's political institutions. BlackRock controls the economic digital twin for most developed economies. Palantir controls predictive modeling for defense, healthcare, and energy. Amazon controls the supply chain, routing for government logistics. SpaceX controls global satellite access. This isn't conspiracy. It's outsourcing. When the state cannot build the system it needs, it rents it. And when it rents it, it becomes dependent. Dependence becomes governance. This is the new power map of the world. Not nations versus nations, systems versus systems. As states lose financial stability, they must control consumption and behavior. Not through laws, and that's too slow, but through infrastructure. This is why we see CBDC pilot programs accelerating, biometric ID systems merging with financial accounts, algorithmic content moderation at national scale, automated eligibility scoring for public services, energy consumption monitoring integrated with AI, programmable incentives replacing traditional taxes. The future state doesn't rule with ideology. It rules with software. And for the average citizen, the transition will feel subtle. Payments become digital. Healthcare becomes automated. Identity becomes biometric. Mobility becomes permissioned. Information is filtered by AI. Dissent is classified as risk. Compliance is rewarded algorithmically. This is not authoritarianism, it's optimization. But optimization has a cost. Spontaneity disappears, individuality collapses, and freedom becomes a parameter the system can reduce when needed. Here's the core of the transition. The traditional state needs elections, negotiations, and legitimacy. But the new hybrid AI state doesn't. Its legitimacy comes from efficiency. If the system works, if the payments arrive, if the services function, if the police respond, if the hospitals operate, people accept the system automatically, not because they chose it, but because it's the only system left. This is the end game of collapsing nations. A new global order run by automated infrastructure, financial algorithms, and corporate AI networks. Politicians become symbolic. Citizens become data. And real power is executed by the invisible architecture that runs the world. In the last 3 months, the EU officially declared AI a critical state infrastructure. The UK signed a treaty allowing foreign AI labs to access sensitive national data. The US approved the highest defense AI budget in history. France moved multiple welfare systems to automated eligibility scoring. Japan announced it will use AI to run part of its aging care system. Germany shifted its entire energy grid coordination to predictive algorithms. Governments aren't planning the transition. They are already deep inside it. And once the architecture is fully installed, there is no reverse button. Nations are symbols. Systems are reality. In the coming decade, geopolitical power will no longer come from territory or population, but from whoever controls the algorithms, the infrastructure, the data, the automation, the predictive models. The collapse of the old world won't be dramatic. It will be administrative, quiet, efficient, a silent shift from political power to computational power. And most people won't see the change because the new system won't ask for permission. It will simply run. This transmission ends here. The next one is already forming. Stay aware and subscribe to Remain in the Signal.